Thank you very much, Ken Gashuhi. And of course, it reminds me the quote that education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. We wish all the candidates the very best in their exams this year. Now, let's cross over to matters governance and the Supreme Court at 12. President William Ruto has urged the judiciary to exercise restraint in matters of national and public interest to prevent Kenyans from advancing their sectarian agendas. According to the president, the line between public interest and populist politics can often become blurred, urging the judiciary to help the government combat the politics of personality, ethnicity, and populism while fostering a focus on issues and programs. According to Ruto, this can be achieved by giving proper regard to the popular mandate of the people as expressed through their elected government and the manifesto endorsed by Kenyans. Here is Fred Kagonye with that story.
President William Ruto has called on the judiciary to uphold judgments that align with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, which he describes as the guiding policy voted in by Kenyans.
How do you respond to litigants, individuals, that challenge a policy and a manifesto position canvassed among the citizens of Kenya, voted by the people of Kenya?
The head of state further defended the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, saying it aims to shift politics away from personal and ethnic affiliations, moving towards policies and agenda focused on national development. Speaking at the Supreme Court's 12th anniversary celebration, both Ruto and his deputy Kindiki criticized certain court decisions that they claim conflict with their administration's objectives, urging the judiciary to consider a balance between the public and national interest in its rulings.
Other than the parameters and principles that the courts are helping us to understand about public interest, are there other higher values, primordial, existential, fundamental principles which are crucial to the existence of Kenya? Because the public can be mobilized or can mobilize itself to do the wrong things that threaten the existence of the state.
Where does public interest, populism, playing to the gallery, where is that? You know, how do we nuance it so that it is managed properly?
The president expressed his frustration with what he described as populist decisions from the courts, saying that these rulings have at times cost him politically.
You sacrifice your political capital to do the right thing. But then the court on the other side decides to be popular and undermine the agenda that you have.
Ruto further called for a system to oversee the judiciary's powers, urging the courts to avoid meddling with the affairs of other arms of government.
What happens when we have judicial overreach and judicial interference? Who will help us to resolve it?
From the events today, the executive has come boldly to call on the judiciary to align its rulings with the Kenya Kwanza agenda, raising questions about the future relationship between the two arms of government and especially the independence of the judiciary. Fred Kagonye, KTN News, Nairobi.
Judges, distinguished guests. Well, now the Chief Justice